had a lot of comments from people on a number of my social media networks about TRT and what it is. And I think there is a lot of misconceptions about being on testosterone replacement therapy, what it does, what you can expect. So you guys know if you watch my channels, I talk about this a lot. I'm on TRT, a very small dose, about 100 milligrams a week, which is very little. But I think that the expectations might be greater than what you should expect if you're going to start TRT. And there's a link in the description if you're interested in the clinic that I use, and you'll get a discount if you use Vitality One and call Dane. Anyway, you should check out, kind of a sidetrack thing, you should check out other clinics, talk to your own doctor, and do your own research before you decide what you want to do. Now, I always say things like this. TRT is not a steroid cycle. It's not. Taking testosterone is not like taking steroids. It's not the same. Testosterone is exogenous, so it's coming from the outside inside. However, your body creates testosterone. And so it's very, very similar. Now, the normal range for testosterone is about 300 to 1100, depending on where you're getting your information. So free testosterone is the most important. So the comments, and I want to talk about free testosterone because that's really what matters. But a lot of the comments I'm getting is you're fit, blah, 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 because you're on testosterone. No, that is not why I'm fit. Absolutely not why. Because if you're on TRT and you don't change your lifestyle, or if your lifestyle is not healthy, it's not going to do anything. It'll improve your health, maybe your heart health a little bit. That's why my doctor originally wanted me to get on it, just to make sure that cardiovascularly I'm healthy. And that's a reason why you want your testosterone in the normal range. Now, you always hear me say that, am I enhanced on TRT? Absolutely. I'm enhanced. But does that mean it's some magic pill? No, it's not. And so I think people, not only do they blow it out of proportion both ways. They blow it out of proportion what the benefits are, and they also blow it out of proportion in what the negative is. And are you natty on TRT? No. But if I wasn't on TRT, I could still say I'm not natty. I use creatine, I use NAD, I use a lot of supplements, a lot of things that I get that I take beyond natural food. The point I want to make with this is talk to your doctor. And I think everyone should know what their testosterone is at age 20. Why? So you have a base. Do you want to know what your testosterone is at age 22 so that you can get on TRT? No. Because if you're on TRT in your 20s or 30s and you don't have some serious issues that you're trying to correct, you're good chance you're abusing it, and you're using it for the wrong reason. Because testosterone absolutely can act like a steroid. You don't want your testosterone too high, and you don't want to take too much because it can be harmful. And always discuss this with your doctor, or find a good clinic that specializes in this. So if you're in your 20s and your testosterone is 350, that's too low. If it's 400, that's too low, in my opinion. But why? What is your sleep? What is your stress level? What are your eating habits? What's your diet like? Because you can significantly increase your testosterone at most ages. Now, I'm in my 60s. Yeah, I'm in my 60s. I'm on TRT forever. Now, fortunately, it's a very small dose. That very small dose, my body responds very well to, and it brings it up into 900s. Everyone's different, though. My free testosterone is very high. That's very important. I take DIM
I think is the main thing. And boron helps keep my free testosterone high, especially the boron. So people have commented on some of my channels like, oh, you're fit and you look the way you do. It's just TRT that's doing it. No, it's not. And that's even kind of an insult because I work really hard and I eat really clean. I work out. I train pretty hard. People are always saying, well, your intensity is too low. Well, I don't want to injure myself, but that doesn't mean I don't train hard. I'm in the gym for at least an hour, 5 days a week, and training pretty hard. I'm just not pushing it to 1 rep max and all that stuff to where I could get injured. Does the TRT help? Am I enhanced on it? Yes, that's true. But it's not as big a part of the equation as people think. At least that's the impression I'm getting from my social media channels. It's not a magic pill. Does it increase your health? Yes, in multiple ways, because your body's going to work better. But if you just take testosterone, your doctor gives you a prescription or whatever, and you sit on the couch and you eat junk food, potato chips, you might as well do nothing because it's going to do nothing. Whether you are or aren't on testosterone, your lifestyle is the biggest thing that matters the most. What you're eating, what your exercise is, what your sleep patterns are, all those things, your stress level. That's what matters way more than whether you're on TRT or not. And especially a very small dosage like I'm on. So if you guys have questions, you have comments, put them in the comments section. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this or people that are on TRT. Again, just to recap, 20, 30, that's too young to be on it. There's other reasons your testosterone is low. There's other ways that you can get it up, get your testosterone up. I mean, well, I guess kind of goes together. So try those other healthy things first. You want to put off the TRT as long as possible. Again, I'm in my 60s. I started TRT in my 50s, mid 50s or so. And it's been a benefit in my life. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying I'm not enhanced. But I can't emphasize enough. I always emphasize, hey, I'm definitely enhanced. But this time I want to emphasize it's not some magic pill. It's not some magic thing where you're going to take it and you're going to be fit like me. Now, I'm in my 60s. Am I fit like a stud 20-year-old influencer? No. But I am in my 60s. And your body fat wants to be at a certain level. I'm maybe between 12 and a half and 13 and a half. And that's pretty good. But I have to work hard to stay there. I'm thin. I'm not some big muscly bodybuilder guy. But you can't give all the credit for my health or how I look because I'm not fat. Even though some people call me fat on social media, it's very hurtful when people do that. It hurts my feelings when they call me fat. But fortunately, I'm secure enough to where I can get over it. So you have to put all these things together. Again, let me know your experience. If you're on TRT, I'd love to know what you're doing, why you're doing it, how it's changed your life, but also what else do you do? That's very important. So thanks for listening, and I'd love to hear your input. I'll talk to you later.